Hi guys, Peter Finch here, down at the 10th hole at the Brabazon, and we are recreating some of the best shots seen at the Ryder Cup from this venue, and also giving you some tips on how you can play them as well. Now what I've done here, if you've watched the last video about the Seve-esque drive, about going for the 10th green, you'll also notice there's another way to play this hole, and that is laying up to a good wedge distance and then hitting it into the flag. Now what I've done here is I've laid up to what I would call a favourite distance for me, so it's about 100 yards. Not exactly what I'd call an easy pitch, however. I've got to go over a bunker, I've got to go over water, and then I've got to get it into a tight pin. So it's quite lucky that I like this distance. Now it's 100 yards, but it is into wind, so I'm going to take a pitching wedge to try and keep the flight that little bit lower. The key to controlling wedge distance is knowing how far you hit your wedges and knowing what length of swing to actually apply. Now I know with my pitching wedge, to land it in and around 100 yards, I need to swing the club back until my left arm is pretty much parallel to the ground, just slightly beyond, and I have a nice full wrist hinge. From there, I move through, trying to keep the ball positioned middle in my stance, but return the hands just ahead with my weight forward, swing through, hold my finish, and try and get it to about halfway through with my through swing as well. Very, very simple. Obviously you need to practice your wedge distances away from the course, but what it does do is when you're in this type of situation, you can call upon that yardage much easier. So, an attempt to recreate Sergio. So I've got my pitching wedge. I've got this multitude of hazards to go over, but I'm going to block that from my mind. I'm going to pick my target line. I want to be landing this pretty much at the flag or just slightly left, because it is very tight to the right hand side. All position pretty central. Weight just slightly forward. Hands ahead. And I'm going to use that swing distance. And hopefully that's going to be pretty good.